Hello and welcome to another FPL Advice video. What a weekend, you guys. 10 games, 10 winners, 10 losers, 34 goals, some upsets, and of course the fans are finally back in the stadiums. It was absolute madness and I loved every single second of it. But anyways, let's get started with today's video, where I want to review 3 topics. First, my Game Week 1 team review. Second, our Game Week 1 player value standouts that I think are worthwhile taking a little bit of time and discussing. And 3, of course, my Game Week 2 team selection. Overall, guys, I did pretty well in Game Week 1. I am so excited to share that I got 110 points, where the average was only 69 points. Fernandes and Salah, again, I've mentioned in my first video, they are absolutely crucial in FPL. They got me 54 points collectively. I did end up captaining Salah, so pretty good game week here. Probably no better way to starting off the season with. I hope you guys followed for advice, and I hope you had a similar team to mine. The only 3 players that didn't really perform were Sanchez, Sofal, and Shaw. I'm not worried about that because they're such good players, and they actually did have very good games. Shaw and Sofal made a ton of good crosses and really good attacking runs. They just simply didn't get returns, and that's okay. I didn't pick them for one game. I picked them for the next upcoming games as well. Same thing for Sanchez. He's got good fixtures, and I'm hoping he can get me a clean sheet or 2 there. Anyways, let me know how your game week 1 went. Drop a comment down below and let me know what went well and what didn't. I'm really curious how you guys did. So next up, we have Game Week 1 value player standouts. The reason why I wanted to bring this up to you guys is because I think it is crucial to have Bruno and Salah in your team. And if for any reason you don't have both of them, these are some of the players that you might consider dropping down some of your players to kind of raise some funds to be able to afford Salah or Bruno, whoever you are missing. But before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this. This is my second video on YouTube, so if you wouldn't mind, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It would really mean the world to me. But all right, let's get started with Game Week 1 value player standouts. In the first one, we have Mbemo from Brentford. Although he only got 3 points in Game Week 1, the stats don't show it, but he was an absolute star that game. In my opinion, he was the player of the match. He would have been if he got some returns. He was dribbling through 3 Arsenal defenders. He was creating chances, shooting really good shots. He plays up top as a striker alongside Tony. So in FPL, he's listed as a midfielder. So those are just some bonus points that he can get you for clean sheets. I brought some stats from last year. He played 47 games. He had 8 goals and 10 assists, and I really do think he can have similar returns this year. Second, we have Kanos, who was the man of the match against Arsenal. He is a similar price point to Mbemo, but plays more of a wing-back role, kind of similar to Dallas for Leeds. He has similar returns to Mbemo last year in the Championship. 9 goals, 7 assists in 49 games. Both players are listed as midfielders in FPL this year, so you can get those clean sheets. However, Mbemo does play as a striker, so that's something to keep in mind where Kanos kind of plays as a wing back. So, you know, even though he got attacking returns this year, I'm not sure if he will continue to do so. But again, that's just the analysis that I did. But for you Brentford fans, if you guys wouldn't mind dropping in the comments below, let me know what your guys' thoughts are and whether I'm correct. Is Mbemo a better option than Kanos? Or am I completely wrong on this? Because I did read that Kanos is also taking more set pieces. So maybe that's kind of where more assists do come from. Anyways, drop a comment below and let me know. Third, we have Ben Rama. What a legend he is. I am so happy I picked him up on my team. I do think he is a crucial attacking focal point alongside Antonio for West Ham. I see him getting similar returns to Lingard last year. So for 6 million, a West Ham, arguably their best midfielder, I say jump on him now before he goes up to 6.5 million and potentially 7 towards the end of the season. He is an absolute star, and I am far away from dropping him from my team. After Ben Rama, we have Tanganga, who was a brick wall for Tottenham against City. He won 4 duels, had 2 clearances, 49 touches, and a 90% pass accuracy. If he remains a starter, I will be strongly considering picking him up, especially at $4.5 million. Tottenham is a good team. They've shown that this week. $4.5 million for a defender who could be starting every game and who's also a beast and could get some attacking returns off of corners and set pieces. He's definitely someone I'm considering bringing into my team. Next to him, we have Chelsea's newest academy star, Chalobah. He picked up 14 points against Palace. Similar game to Tanganga, but he did end up scoring his first ever Premier League goal with a shot right outside the box. It was a beauty. He was hands down our best defender against Palace, but also note he was our best defender in the Super Cup against Villarreal. The reason I'm saying R is I'm a Chelsea fan. So Tuchel seems to be a huge fan of the boy. At $5 million, if he continues to play and if he continues to start, I think he becomes really good value because Chelsea are going to get a ton of clean sheets this year. So for $5 million, he is someone to kind of keep an eye on. And lastly, the last Game Week 1 value player standout I wanted to talk about, and I know this might be a little bit controversial, but I wanted to talk about Tierney. The reason why is even though Arsenal looked very shaky, Tierney had a heck of a game. I brought some stats here from the game against Brentford, and he had 11 crosses attempted, 10 penalty box entries, and 6 chances created as a defender. I mean, those are really, really attractive stats. So if Arsenal can get someone to be at the end of those chances, once Aubameyang and Lacazette get fit and can get at the end of those chances, I think Tierney will get you a ton of returns this year, whether they keep clean sheets or not. Especially at $5 million. If he was at $5.5 million, I might not even consider him. But at $5 million, I think he can get a lot of assists. And also, he was getting in positions to score as well. So he is my last player for the Game Week 1 value player standouts. All right, you guys, and the moment we've all been waiting for, my Game Week 2 team selection. First up, we have Robert Sanchez. He didn't give me a clean sheet last week, which is okay. It happens. We can't predict when he's going to get you a clean sheet. But he still has Watford, Everton, and Brentford in the next 3 games. So I'm really hoping that he can get me at least 1 or 2 clean sheets from those 3 games. In defense, we have Luke Shaw. He had a very good game last week. Also didn't give me returns, but that's okay. He made a lot of good crosses and did almost score. Clean sheets will come for United, and I'm hoping this week they can start that run against Southampton and then onward with Wolves and Newcastle. Next to Shaw, we have Trent Alexander-Arnold. Again, he got me a clean sheet last week. It's just a matter of time until he starts, getting assists and potentially a couple goals. So I'm happy with him there. Tsimikas, he is a stud. He is only $4 million. He is going to continue to play as left back until Robertson is fit. I don't see Robertson being fit next game week, this weekend. But if for any reason he is, I do have Soufal coming off the bench for Tsimikas against Leicester. With my midfield, we start off with Fernandes and Salah. Again, don't really need to talk about those two. Many of you probably learned, especially if you only had one of them, that they are both essential in Fantasy Premier League. Hoping they can both give me returns this week again against Burnley and Southampton. I'm giving Fernandes the captain ban because I think Southampton will be more attacking than Burnley. I'm expecting Burnley to kind of just sit with all their men in the back and defend, where Southampton, I could see them pressing a little bit more and trying to kind of create more attacking chances, which will just open up some space for Fernandes. Next to them, I have Greenwood, hands down United's best finisher. As long as he keeps playing, he will get you returns. I will keep him for the next few weeks until their fixtures get more difficult, or if he starts getting rotated more. But right now, I mean, they have Southampton, Wolves, and Newcastle in their next 3 games. He is my starter for those 3 games. And if he does get rotated, again, I have Sufal coming in or Ailing. So next to Greenwood, I have Ben Rama, who is probably my favorite midfielder and player in FPL right now. Once again, I think he is the best value midfielder this season. He will get you goals, assists, clean sheets, and bonus points. So he makes up my midfield. Up top, we have Antonio going against Leicester. It's not an easy fixture. Leicester are always, quite good defensively, but he showed in game week 1 why he's the best striker at that 7.5 million price point. So he makes my team, hoping he can, get a return or 2. Next to him, we have Danny Ings. Looking for some sweet returns from him, especially against Newcastle and Brentford. Villa, didn't start off well, but that's okay. I think Danny Ings is still the man on that team, and if there are any goals that come from Villa, it'll go through him. So he makes up that second striker spot. And last but not least, Ivan Toney finishes off my starting 11. He didn't get returns in game week 1, but it's just a matter of time for him. He played very well against Arsenal, and we'll get, I'll give him a few more games to see how he performs. I'm seeing that a lot of defenders, at least that's kind of what Arsenal did, they kind of doubled up on Toney, which created more space for Mbemo, which if that's how this season will go, Mbemo or even Kano's become really, really good options because I do see Brentford scoring a lot of goals this year. If he doesn't perform, I'll probably start thinking about replacing him with someone else. All right, you guys, this is it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your Game Week 2 team selection looks like. And let me know in the comments below if you have any recommendations for me. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. FPL Advice is a new channel, so every like and every subscriber really means the world to me. Again, thank you and best of luck.